I used to spend hours generating client proposals, collecting all the information together, populating the template, and then sending it off. Now with Claude, that can be done in 2 minutes. When you multiply the time saving out by every client that you're sending proposals to, it's huge. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how I set that up for myself and how you can copy it for your own. Hey, I'm Blake, an AI engineer that's helped over 20 businesses across New Zealand with their AI journey. Let's jump on in. So all you need is a Claude subscription, and that comes in at 40 New Zealand dollars per month. Now this is amazing not only for your proposal generation, but Claude runs my entire business. Once you've got that, make sure to install the desktop app as well. So there are two things that we need to do to get set up properly. One is we've actually got to connect into our different software and tools, and then two, we've got to teach it how to actually generate our proposal. So for step one, we need to come over to Customize on the left-hand side, click onto Connectors. We'll see some here if you're already using it. It might be blank otherwise. You can go on this Add Connector and go Browse Connectors. And so this is where we need to input any bits of software that our proposal information could be in. So the first starting point is usually your email. So if that is in Gmail, you can search Gmail, click on here, and then click Login. If you're in the Microsoft environment, you do the same thing. You search Microsoft 365, you click on there and you connect in as well. If you're using a meeting note taker, we want to add that in as well. So if you were using something like Fireflies, you can add that in. All of mine are in Google Drive through the Google Meet Gemini, and so I've got that connected there as well. The other one, maybe your CRM. So the quite popular one is HubSpot, so we can click into that as well, log on in. All you have to do is your one-click login and Claude can be actually connected. I use Notion, so I'm connected into Notion as well. Now that you've got it all connected, we can go into a new chat. And what we're going to do is just go on the plus sign, go onto connectors, and then make sure they're turned on in here. For everything that we've connected, let's make sure to test it out. So if we've got our email connected, let's say, can you read my latest email, and see if it actually goes through. You may have to approve it, but make sure that it's pulling information and it is correct. Opus Clip has sent me an email around the plan being cancelled. Nice, so it's all working. So now that Claude is connected in and it can actually read information from our different systems, what we need to work out is what are our step-by-step that we actually take to generate these proposals, because we need to teach Claude how to do that. And so what I'd do is come into a notepad or maybe even write it down by hand and outline step-by-step what you do. And so for my process, I first reviewed all my email communications between me and the client. I checked my CRM if there were any other notes inside of it. I looked through my meeting transcript to figure out exactly what they said that they're looking for, so I can make sure my proposal matches that. I'd check any previous proposals that I've sent out for clients that are very similar to find any patterns and copy that across. And then I'd combine all that information and populate a new proposal template to actually send out to them. And then actually the sixth piece there is probably draft an email response. So we can even add that on as well. And so this will be unique for every person, but we just need to map out step by step what we're doing, making sure all of the systems that we use are connected to Claude, and then we can move to the next step. The last thing you need is also a proposal handy, one that you've actually sent out to a client so it can scrape that and use it as a template. I've just got an example PDF that Claude's actually generated for me that I'll pass through, but make sure to use one that you would actually want it to copy moving forward. Then if we go into a new chat, we're going to type in / and we're going to go for skill creator. And now we're going to say, I want to create a skill for automating my client proposals. Here are my steps. And so the more detail you provide in your notes, the better. But I can just pass this through here. I'll make a little one at the front. And then what I'm going to do is just go in and pass it through this example proposal. What I'll then make sure to do is go and look into my software to pull additional information, templates, etc., and build me a skill. I don't need to say that. And ask me any questions along the way. And so I'll pass all that through, and what it's going to do is review all the documents, review my step-by-step. It's going to check what tools it has available to. It already has Gmail, it has Notion, it has Drive. And so then it's going to start going through. For me, it's already seen that I've got a client proposal skill, so it might be trying to help me fix that one up better, but it's all good. And what it will come back with, which is good with Claude, is it will come back with a lot of questions. And so instead of ChatGPT and Gemini and these other tools, a lot of them will just make a lot of assumptions behind the scenes and just go ahead with it. If Claude's unsure about something, it will stop and actually ask you. So I went away for a couple minutes and went through, reviewed my other skills and information I have, went into my Notion for my database, my Google Drive meetings, emails that I've sent out, pretty much everything that I told it to. And it's come back with a number of questions. For me, it's trying to wonder if I need to extend the current skill I have or build a new one. I'm just going to tell it a YouTube demo to go and create me one. But if it has questions around what font size should we use, how does it actually structure, should we include pricing, all of those questions it will come and ask you, and you just need to provide that information. Once it's done, you'll get a skill.md file, which is for Markdown. This skill file is basically a set of instructions that Claude will follow to execute the task. And as we see on the side, we can go scroll through it and review. If there's anything that you want changed, you just go back and write a message to it and let it know. And then there'll be a little Save as Skill button at the top right here that you can click on to save to your account. Once it's saved, you can go into a new chat and ask it to generate me a proposal and then give it the information around who it is, just saying that this is a YouTube demo. Then it will go through and you can see it will read the client proposal generator skill. This is my existing one I have. It will then load the tools. It pulls back information from Gmail and Notion, pulls stuff from Google Drive, which is my meeting transcripts and previous chats, and goes all the way through and generates me this full proposal, which is just sitting in here and I can go and review it. It's got my nice little diagrams that I like to include, especially when we're doing software. And I can even store that into Notion and also do that first draft inside of Gmail for my response if I want. So ultimately, Claude can replicate any repetitive manual task inside of your business, as long as you have these three things. One, you can actually connect Claude to the software that you use, your Gmail, your Xero, whatever it may be. Number two, can you clearly outline what the process is that you're working on step by step? And then number three, can you provide it some really good examples? A lot of the time, it will get 90% of the way there. You have to do some tweaking, but that's the nature of it. And it gets really, really good, really fast. I help businesses right across Australia and New Zealand speed up their workflows, especially around Claude, and train their team to use this properly. If you'd like any help with that, reach out in the first link in the description.